So it's been a few days since, the big reveal of Xenoblade 3. And we all know, if you watched the reaction video that I made, that, yeah, I kind of had a reaction, a crying one where I cried. Wasn't that funny? And since it's, been a little bit, it's been about a week, I've had time to think about my thoughts on everything, and since then, Monolith has dropped more information about the game, like the characters, and a little bit of the story, so I have something more to go off on. So I feel like this is the best time to do this before more information drops, like big information or another trailer drops. This is like very first reactions. And oh my god, I am so excited for this game, but I'm also extremely terrified. Because at the end of the trailer, it shows off basically Melia and Nia. I was about to combine them and say Mania. But it shows them both off, which shows that as characters, like the worlds really are connected. Besides that, I mean, obviously there's at that final shot, the Makana sword through the Orion Titan, which is just really cool. Which I don't have the article, or not article, but like the post that Moth made, but it's like Takahashi said something about where like that shot was planned before like Xenoblade 2 like started production, which is like insane. That was like that's almost 10 years down the line that they thought of this. So it's like I feel like just knowing that a lot of things, because like games like this, I feel like they're like, oh, it's like a fusion, like things are gonna get retconned. But if Takahashi's been playing this for 10 years, I feel like things aren't gonna get like retconned. So that's, I feel like, a really good sign. Like canon from both games are probably gonna stay. Maybe not all things, because one thing I'm kind of confused on, because when they we're talking about the ages. The Uni is the high Entio, and Lons, who is a Machina, they're both 18, but like how Machina and high Entio age really slowly, because like in Xenoblade 1, Melia's considered 88, and everyone else, or obviously Shulk and Ryan, like they're 18, and like she's around the same, she like has the same like physique as them, right? She looks like she's around that age. So I don't know, ever since then, high Entio and Machina have just aged normally compared to Homs, which is confusing. So I'm sure that's gonna get answered, because it also says they're like they Uni and Lons grew up together with Noah, which Noah's just not pretty much a human, a Homs. So like that's what I'm confused on, but I'm sure that's gonna get answered. Also, I guess kind of on the age thing, it's kind of funny how everyone in the party's 18 except Mio, who's 19. Really changing it up there. But I feel like there's no way that's like the entire party. I guarantee there's gonna be at least probably 2 more party members, one from each nation, like Kevis and Agnes, that they just don't want to show up. So those could be Melia and Nia as like the final party members. Which is just really crazy that those two are like the leader of the nation, because like with Melia, I can believe that Melia is like a leader, because like Future Connected, and like she became the new leader of the High Entia. But like Nia, that doesn't feel right that Nia's the leader, because like there's like a lot of lines where she like says in Xenoblade 2 where she talks about like yeah, I don't like this thing, I could never see me doing this. But who knows, maybe because she has like the mask, and the mask is like, I don't know, mind controlling her, which I doubt it. But we know, it's pretty obvious, we know that they're not the real enemy, because like the Van Damme, who I thought was Van Damme during my reaction, but it's not Van Damme for 2, it's like a different Van Damme. They talk about like, you're not enemies, so like there's definitely a different like thing, which who knows, because I mean we don't know. It's like they've given enough information to like speculate, but not enough for us to have a good answer. There was I think they were done posting the information. They posted like an affinity chart looking thing, and it has like all the characters, like their relationships with everything, and it has like the Van Damme in the middle. There's something going on. And at the end of the trailer, it also talks about like Ouroboros, like Melia, Melia talks about like they abhor this world, and like Nia's like, say they must be erased without a trace, which I don't know if that's like supposed to be the antagonist. I think it might, But like, who knows? Maybe it's the main part, like the party, that's their name. Also, the fact that everyone, not everyone, but like a lot of the weapons have like the Ouroboros symbol, which I did not see that. There's no way I was ever gonna find that because I'm some dumb blind guy on the internet. That's like everyone else that I just read it on, that they've noticed this, which thank God I'm not. Everyone else has eyes in this community. If everyone was blind, then we're just kind of never gonna see things. But yeah, they have the Ouroboros symbol, which also they talk about towards the later part of the trailer, before they show them Melia and Nia. Mio talks about like the flame clock, where it has to go, which could maybe mean like a clock, like once the clock goes, strikes something like 12 or something, like people die. Which, I mean, the whole game is about war, but it's not about war, but like the theme, the central game, and Takahashi said it's about life. That could tie into that. Okay, throughout this like entire session, when I'm saying stuff, I keep thinking of other things that I need to say, so like, I'm sorry that I'm all over the place. But like, it's kind of hard when like you're this excited for this game. Like I'm so excited, if you can't tell. But I haven't said like anything really about like the new characters of the ones they've shown, like the main party and the Van Damme looking guy. So initial thoughts, big fan of Mio and Senna, big fan of those two. Noah, I'm also a big fan, and same with Uni. Lons and Tyon, probably, they have quite a cool design, but like I feel like I like the other four a lot more. Which, yeah, that's literally just gonna be my party for the game. But I feel like, you know, I'm gonna like him, because like, Lons just seems like a Ryan-like character, to be honest. And who doesn't like a good character? Who doesn't like Ryan? Everybody likes Ryan. A good meme. Good haha funny meme. And Uni just seems also kind of like Ryan. Every character is like Ryan. But like, a mix, like kind of a, actually, well, everyone says Uni's like a mix of Shion, which I haven't played Xenosaga, which I really need to get to play that, but like I haven't played that. But just going off of like, I guess her character description and like how she like talks in the trailer just kind of remind me of Ryan. So there's my initial thought. Noah seems cool, but I feel like, I mean, this is not fair because I have a whole game off to go off of compared to one trailer. I feel like I'm so probably gonna like Rex more, but I feel like I was like, no, Noah seems cool. Senna, I feel like Senna might be my favorite because like going off her character description, she says, or not she says, yeah, Senna flat out told us what her personality is. No, what'd the post say? It says like her personality, like she's like really shy, but like really energetic. And she likes muscle training, even though like you can't really even see her muscles, which is really funny. Mio though, also the thing I'm big scared about Mio, if it said in her bio that like she likes to keep her problems to herself, which I feel like there's got to be a point in the game where something bad's gonna happen, or with her, or that happened with her, and she's just not gonna tell us until an important point, and then it's just gonna be sad. Like instantly made me think of Nia, which, oh god. If she is related to Nia, it runs in the family, I guess. Tyon, I don't really have much to say on Tyon. I mean, he looks like Akos. I think his weapon's called Monado. It's called the Monado. But yeah, I have really nothing much to say about Tyon. Probably like, I guess, maybe least favorite. I don't know, but like I still like him. But like least favorite of the core party. I don't really. Yeah, I don't know. Just like Senna and Mio just are big hits from the Agnes side, and like Noah and Uni are big hits from Keva's side. While Lond, I feel like it's just cool. Like he just seems cool. Since I'm like talking about thoughts, I probably should mention the one thing that was not shown in the trailer, not like for a second. Combat, because you know that's a kind of an important thing in an RPG if the combat's gonna be good. Which I'm hoping for, they take basically just Xenoblade 2's and just improve upon it and just add more stuff to it. Because Xenoblade 2's combat is so good, it has so much customization, and if they just add more stuff to it, it's gonna be even better. I am kind of scared for, since they may be going back to orbs from Xenoblade 1, that the combat's gonna go back to Xenoblade 1, which I'm hoping not, because Xenoblade 1 combat is fun, but it's not as good as 2's, and there's not as much customization. Just 2's is just so much better. If they can, like, since the character, like, especially with the Kevis party, the Kevis side, they have, like, their weapons are kind of like 2 into 1. Like, Yunie's is a gun staff, which is just Charla's and Melia's, and then Lan's is like a great sword shield. Maybe it could be like Xenoblade 2, where instead of, like, you switch to, like, a different blade, it's like a stance change, which that could be really sick. And then to add on to that, maybe you can throw in different, like, types of weapons, like, take it all the Xenoblade ones from 2 and then throw in more, like, maybe you can throw in, like, a Knuckle Claw Bitball fusion thing or something, and, like, just expand upon that, and then just give more arts, and it boom. I don't know if they're gonna do that, increment specials, like blade specials, unless, like, I don't know, there's a thing in the equipment and, like, you can just tell your element or something, kind of like Torna's, like, depending on what your weapon is, determines what specials you use as the driver, or it could be like Poppy, like that. But all I just want basically 2 combat, but plus more. And maybe, like, throwing a little bit of, like, Xenoblade 1, because, like, Talon Arch from Torna was a cool idea, the increment from 2, but I don't know if they should go with that again, because a lot of the Talon Arts in Torna are kind of dummy. So, like, maybe actually, instead of the Talon Arts, maybe have different types of Talon Arts, like, you can pick and choose to give more customization. And maybe I don't like the condition wise for Talon Arts in Torna is they're fine, but maybe just instead just, like, as an activation, maybe like Talon Art Charge, how it works in 1, and that's how that's how arts work in 1. Never mind. Maybe that work like on a time limit, and then, like, the arts work as, like, the auto attack mechanic, which I hope they stick with the auto attack mechanic, because it's so good, and arts canceling and special canceling, because it feels like you're more involved. It basically is just Mario and Luigi action commands to my brain, and that's just good. It's compared to just me running around the enemy and just, like, swinging the sword. So I don't know what else I can say on combat, because, like, that's it. Like, next trailer they're gonna drop, I guarantee we're gonna see some combat. I mean, it would make sense. And I feel like the next trailer is gonna be E3, so we're a long way away, unless Monolith is feeling nice and, like, they give us a small little trailer in, like, April or something to feed us. They might, because the game is coming out September sometime, which we don't really have a date. It's just September, which I'm still amazed that it's that early. Like, to be honest, I figured they would hit for the holiday till, like, December, like the 2 was, but I'm fine. I just hope they have enough time to, you know, work on the game. I'd rather them delay it a little bit so they can make the game even better than to rush it out. Because, like, what's the quote that Miyamoto said of, for a game that's delayed is forever good, but a rush game is forever bad? Something like that. I don't remember the quote. Been kind of thinking about Zanza is, like, gone, obviously, because, you know, Shulk and everyone from Xenoblade 1 kills Zanza, and since they killed Zanza, Klaus dies in 2, and obviously Klaus, you know, sends Xenoblade 2 party off to, like, the new world that Shulk created, and fuses them. But, like, there's no new god. Like, God's dead. So there could be, like, maybe some thing to like, some new god. Like, obviously Mainith is also gone. I would also say that, like, there's no new god anymore, and Shulk obviously gave up to be a god, and obviously Rex doesn't become a god at the end of the game. Same with, you know, Pyra and Mythra. So maybe Alvis, like, got corrupted, and that's why the way of this world is the way it is. Or actually make more sense, because Future Connected, they did say Future Connected is gonna, like, kind of, like, tie in, now don't quote me on this, but, like, ties into Xenoblade, like, the future of the series. So, like, maybe the Fog King is gonna be an important part of the plot, which it really sucks that I haven't played the other Xenoblade games. Or, yeah, other Xenoblade games. I only played Xenoblade X at the time of this. But other Xeno games. Because I think people have said that the Fog King is similar to something from Xenoblade... Not Xenoblade. Xenosaga. So I don't know. So maybe something from Saga is gonna make a comeback with a like different name, because like obviously I don't think it'll have the same name. There's licensing issues. Then again, there's Cosmos and 2, but that's not important. So that could be the antagonist, or somehow, some way, Zanza's still alive, which there's absolutely no. Zanza's dead. I feel like that'd be kind of a dumb thing to do, to bring Zanza back. But maybe actually, because I don't know, maybe Alvis is, you know, been corrupted and done something. Because like, it's actually, can we talk? It's really sad that like at the end of Xenoblade 1, where like Klaus talks about saying, I can't remember, don't quote me, but just talks about like, you know, the future, the worlds are gonna walk hand in hand, it's gonna be all peace, and then like 100 or so, whatever this game takes place, everyone's at war. So it's sad. And same with like Rex. Oh well, Rex and Shulk both fought for a world to live in peace, and then like 100 years later, everyone's at war, which, yeah, it sucks. I don't think there's gonna be like a Blade like acronym or whatever of this game, because like, you know, Xenoblade 1, the Xenoblade, haha, funny, is like the Monado, and Xenoblade X is organization, because luckily that's like one of the first things that game tells you, because I heard that. I really do need to play Xenoblade X. And obviously Xenoblade 2, it's like a race, and if you already want to say a sword, you could say like, you know, Pyra and Mythra's sword, the Aegis sword. But this game, I don't think, but I can also have an idea what like the sword of this game could be. Because like, obviously we see Noah has like a Monado replica as like his weapon, and doesn't look like a, you know, whatever, a junk sword equivalent, because if that's a junk sword, then that's like probably the best OP junk sword we've had. But maybe, hear me out, theory time. The Van Damme talks about like, what did he say, Sword March or Sword Mont? I thought he said Sword Mont, but I think it's Sword March. I don't know, whatever the place. It's called the sword. It has sword in the name. So maybe at that place, there's some new sword or something that like ties. I don't know. That's an important sword. Maybe you literally use the Makana sword. That like they shrink down the Makana sword, and that's the sword they use, which would be really funny. And it'd be kind of cool because like you only get to use like Manus Monado for like one fight in Xenoblade 1. So like having that be the sword of this game would be kind of cool, but I doubt it. It's not really an important thing to have a sword. That's not one of the things I look for in the Xenoblade game. I'm like, oh yes, if this game doesn't have an important plot sword, I'm not playing it. I wonder how, like, if the Monado replica, because like if he's gonna have like Monado arts technically, because like the replica Monado that Shulk has in Future Connected, you can obviously use Monado arts, except enchant doesn't exist, because obviously you don't need enchant, because, you know, the Machina are in peace and enchant was used to attack, you know, Mechon, which there's no need for that. Which is funny how Buster is still a thing, but I guess Buster's just a strong attack that can still exist. Maybe actually the Kevis side, they all have like kind of Monado art like things, because they have like the little chain thing, I guess I'd call it chain thing, that Shulk has in Future Connected. So maybe that's like a power source or something. And that's how they can, maybe the Kevis side, yeah, they can use like Monado art in a way, or like they maybe come up with new ones, because like in Xenoblade 2 when Shulk's there, they have like just random made up Monado arts, like I don't know, Monado Burst and Monado Bash or whatever. Doubt it, but you know, just it's fun to think about. It's fun to think about what the combat's gonna be, because I'm just so excited for the game, and I can't wait for like next trailer to show off like the combat. I hope, I would like not to think that that's gonna happen, but I feel like there's gonna be a main party character out of the 6 that they've shown, or one that they haven't shown, that's gonna join the main party, or an important character on the main party side that's going to die, because Monolith likes to mess with our emotions. Xenoblade 1, it was Fiora. I don't know about X, and 2 was Van Damme. So I guess it could be the Van Damme of this game is dying, which I hope not. I would like to have Van Damme stick around this time. Can we, like, don't Monolith, I swear. You better not take Van Damme away from us again, I swear. But it does say in Lon's description that he is reckless and would risk his life to save Noah. So I'm hoping to God that is not what's gonna happen. There's gonna be a fight, and Noah's gonna get hit and, like, gonna die, but, like, Lon's risks his life to do that. I hope not. You do not need to mess with my emotions. The game's already made me cry for just existing. I do not want to cry about characters dying, but it's gonna happen, because Monolith likes to do that to us. So please, Monolith, you're gonna do it, but, like, please don't, but, like, you're gonna do it, and you should do it, because it's really good, you know, you're good at, like, storytelling, and it makes you feel for the characters, but I don't want you to do it, because I don't want to cry, but you're gonna do it, because it's just, I'm conflicted. I'm just conflicted on this. I don't want people to die, but they're gonna do it, and I want them to do it, because it's good storytelling. I'm just a mess. I don't know what I want. I've been saving this topic for the end because I felt like might as well. What returning characters are gonna be returning in Xenoblade 3? Now, Xenoblade 1 side, Melia is the obvious choice, because, like, I mean, we literally see her in the trailer that she's there. But besides Melia, no one else is probably gonna be around. Like, like, NPC-wise, like, you know, the Hyantia and Machina, I can see being around. But one thing I'm kind of confused on, I'm conflicted about, is if Uni and Lons are 18, and they are aging normally, like normal humans, how are, like, the other people, like, are they normal and they don't age normal like humans? Because if that was the case, they would all be dead. But then how is Melia here? So I don't know. That's a thing I'm kind of confused on. But safe bet, maybe it's just only being affected by characters that were born into this new world that applies to them, and characters that were brought into it don't have those rules apply to them. Anyway, yeah, old Melia's hard bet that she's obviously here, and old, like, NPCs and, like, other characters like Tyrea and Teelan, they're definitely gonna be around, especially Tyrea, like, helping Melia, and who knows, Teelan, maybe Noah and Teelan have an interaction at the start of the game, or Teelan's like, hey man, you take this sword, and it's like the sword that Noah uses, or something, who knows. But main party-wise, I mean, we could say Ricky's the hero pawn, and he's still alive somewhere and just being the hero pawn. I don't know. Alvis, like I've talked about already, he's somewhere maybe chilling, or maybe he's not even in this universe. Maybe he just kind of left and said, you know what, I'm gonna go get, like, I don't know, McDonald's. I'm out. I'm gonna go get my McNuggies. Shulk, I'm also conflicted on, because, like, you could basically flip a coin, and either side, you could say, oh yeah, Shulk's alive and Shulk's not alive. But Shulk's not being alive, oh yeah, makes sense. He's not, you know, not a god anymore. He gave up that, and he's just, you know, he's chilling. Which, I think I'm more leaning towards that, because of Future Connected. If we didn't have Future Connected, then I'd be a little hesitant more, but, like, there's, like, a slight % chance that Shulk could be around. I really doubt it. Like, I don't know, maybe Alvis just chose him to stick around, like, hey Shulk, I need you. Shulk, you want to go to McDonald's? And those two are still alive. Now for the Xenoblade 2 side, the side that's gonna hurt me the most. Obviously, you know, Nia confirmed, basically, and depending on if this is, like, the true timeline where Xenoblade, the Xenorex and everyone, they did all the side quests and everything, then, like, 5 Indoline survive. Yeah, that's it, I feel, well, for NPCs, like, the 5 Indoline. Unless they've, like, repopulated, so who knows, maybe there's, like, 100 Indoline now or something. Who knows? I don't know. Probably not. There's probably no Indoline. The Indoline are all gone. But for the main party, like the Blades, like Flesh Eaters. I mean, Nia was the only Flesh Eater. I mean, that actually also kind of depends. This is a New Game Plus timeline where Mikhail could still technically be alive, but I really doubt that they're gonna go to a New Game Plus timeline instead of the just regular, you know, you beat the game, whatever, timeline. But Blades, obviously, Blades return to their cores and they forget everything. So maybe we'll see, like, Blades around, but, like, Senna and Mio, they're, well, Mio is definitely a Flesh Eater, but Senna's just a normal Blade, and we don't know about Taion. Maybe he's just a Blade as well. They don't seem to, like, they have a driver, because Senna seems like she's fighting at full strength in the trailer, and she's fine. So maybe Blades have evolved that they don't need drivers anymore in this new world. They just, yeah, don't need them, and Blades just kind of, I don't know, are normal. They're basically just humans. They're just basically superhumans, you could say, with just a core in their chest or on their head or arm or something. So I doubt we'll see, like, rare Blades, and maybe there's a chance we could see story Blades, but I really doubt it. Like, I don't think we're gonna see, you know, Morag and Bridget. They're definitely, you know, they're definitely dead. They're sleeping. And maybe after all the stuff that's happened, maybe those Blades have, like, have the choice in this, like, new choice of, like, do you want to be brought back, or do you want to, you know, not be brought back and you stay with your driver that you had? Which, now that would just be nice. Which, I've been really dodging about the bullet, but Pyra and Mythra. Now, if they are the Aegis, and, you know, the Aegis can live without a driver, and they have, you know, can be around for centuries, as, you know, obviously Torna and all that, 500 years. I do not want them to be around unless Rex is with them. If Rex is not with them, then they think they deserve, after all the stuff they've gone through, to be able to be with him. They do not deserve to be in this world unless they would just be. I don't want to see them so mega depressed. Like, they were, Mythra, Pyra and Mythra were already, like, kind of depressed. Not kind, no, they were depressed after everything with Torna, but, you know, Rex helped them move forward. And spending their whole life with him and helping after he helped them move forward. Heck, you could even say, even if I'm in the boat that, you know, Pyra and Mythra kept their memories after Numa's sacrifice and all that. I'm in the boat they still kept their memories. But even if they didn't, even if you say they didn't, they spent their entire life with him, happy memories, until they're at his deathbed, and they don't get to go, and, like, you know, obviously they're an Aegis and they have to stick around. That would be awful. Like, if that, like, personally happened to you, that would be awful. And I just don't want that. They don't need to have that. I want them to get their happy ending. Let them, and, like, there's also the line that Pyra says in the World Tree, like, you know, maybe one day I would like to close my eyes forever with someone special by my side, which, as a player, it's pretty obvious who she's talking about. But just, she deserves, both of them deserve their happy ending. And I do not want to see them. If they have to appear, make it like a Force ghost, like Star Wars, or, like, you know, how Adam appears and talks to Rex. You could do that. Same thing with, like, if you need Rex to appear, but you don't need Pyra and Mythra appear, then have Rex appear as a Force ghost. That's it. And all in all, if you need Pyra or Mythra, you better have Rex there. If you need Rex there, you better have Pyra and Mythra there. If you just need Pyra, you better have, you know, Rex Mythra. If you just need Mythra, you better have Rex and Pyra. You know what I'm getting at. And if you don't want to do that, then just have the person you need appear as a Force ghost, and then they can go back like that. Just, they deserve a happy ending. All three of them do. Also, I guess I could also say, there's the line in the trailer where it's very, very Rex-like. It's like, you can try to move forward, which that could be, I think that's supposed to be Noah, but that feels a very, very Rex-like line. So maybe, actually, they could kind of tie this back with Force Ghost. Maybe at some point in the story, since this is Nia and Melia, and maybe that's the reason why they're at war, because they're just so sad and they're just trying to find I don't know, a way to get their mind off of it, which is kind of messed up. That all of their friends died, so they'd want to go to war. You could have like a Shulk Force Ghost and a Rex Force Ghost telling them to like, it's okay, and then maybe they can. It's just also sad. I'm like all over the place by talking about this, but it's just really sad that those two don't even get a happy ending. Like I wanted everyone to get a happy ending, but Nia and Melia don't. Like Melia already got kind of screwed over the story with like, you know, her whole race is dying, and that's just really messed up. And like Nia had a hard life as well, and just it's sad. Anyways, to say it again, you know, have Rex, Pyra, and Mythra be together, whether it's alive, whether it's they're sleeping, and that's it. That's all. That's it. Only thing I want. That's the main thing. Just have the three of them be together. Need them appear Force Ghost, or just have them all be appear, which canonically you can. It makes sense for them to be around, because, you know, Aegis drivers can extend life. So there you go. There's your canonical reason, but I'd prefer just, you know, let them all rest in peace. Anyways, I think that's about it in the immediate moment. I know the absolute minute I hit stop, I'm gonna have like 30 other like theories, or there's like 30 other things I want to say, or when I post the video, and I'll be like, crap. I guess I can't. I mean, I'll take the video down totally, but no, it's fine. If I have other ideas, I could just throw them in the comments. And I know when other trailers drop, I'm gonna want to say stuff. Maybe I probably won't do another video like this. I think this is just for first reactions, unless something huge comes out of the next trailer that I want to make a video on, then I could. But if you want to, I guess, if I have other ideas, look in the comments on this video. If not, then on the Funny Bird app, they'll be there. And yeah, that's it. That's it, I guess.